Hello, and welcome to Summit Point and the Fanatec GT3 Challenge. Today I wanted to chat a bit about something. I might have touched the subject a bit before, but I wanted to talk a bit about my history with iRacing. I first started iRacing about 5 years ago, and it also was my first step into the world of sim racing. I raced some for a while, took a break, and continued again for a while. My latest break lasting for 3 years. So this was the time of road license, before it was split to sports cars and Formula cars. I wouldn't say I was any good, at least not with the road license. In dirt road I'd say I wasn't that bad. I didn't look at iRating when I did rallycross, and now when I started again, it was a bit of a surprise when I realized I got myself up to 2.2k iRating. And it was pretty fun. Biggest problem was with the lack of drivers. More times than I care to count, I waited for a B-class race just to find out there weren't enough people for the race to count. Sometimes it was just me. But dirt road isn't what I wanted to talk about, but road racing. When it comes to sports cars, I sucked ass. The lowest iRating I had was 713. And it was all because of my inability to race properly. More often than not, I spent my races in the pits, mostly because I couldn't keep the car on the road. My GT3 races were just awful. I'm not sure if there was a race where I didn't spin my car. I still don't know how I managed to even get to B license. But then I discovered open wheel, aka Formula, and started doing a bit better. I did spin pretty often, but I managed to do some clean racing. Still, I wouldn't say I was any good. In all that time in road racing, I won exactly one race. To put it into perspective, during the about 6-month period I've been racing now, I've won 5 times. 4 with sports cars, 1 with a Formula car. It still might not sound much to some, but compared to what it was before, I'd say I've done pretty well. And that is why I'm talking about this today. I feel like something happened during those 3 years while I was away. I didn't really do much sim racing at that time, some rallying and a bit of Assetto Corsa. But after I came back, something started to click. I started trail braking and paying attention more to what the car is willing to do compared to what I'm trying to do to the car. I didn't dive bomb to every small crack I noticed. I realized trying to win isn't what is important. Getting the fastest hot lap isn't what is important. The important thing is to want to learn. Learn to be safe. Learn not to try and force an overtake if there isn't an actual opportunity. Learn that having the fastest lap doesn't mean you are the fastest overall. Only recently I learned skipping qualifying isn't the best or safest option, even if it first might sound like it. I'm the kind of person who gets stuck in his ways pretty quickly, so it might sound way easier than it actually is. I haven't repeatedly been calling myself a slow learner for nothing. Because learning might be hard, it is for me at least, but bit by bit improvement will happen. The improvement might not come with more speed, but I feel like the more I improve, the more I enjoy sim racing. I think at the moment the hardest thing for me to learn is driving under pressure. Heart is pounding, I'm gripping my wheel like my life depends on it. And it's hard to calm down. I'm no expert, but I'd say the first step is to live with it. When there was someone right on my ass, often I couldn't handle the pressure and lost control. I still make mistakes when pushed, but I don't think I lose control nearly as much anymore. Little by little, I learn. Except for driving on the edge. I'm not close to even thinking about something like that yet. First, I need to race long enough to actually be comfortable while racing, not dreading each corner and being too afraid of making a mistake. But after coming back, after that long of a break, it's mind-boggling how well I've been doing compared to what my driving was like before. I feel like 2K iRacing with sports cars and Formula cars is something I could actually reach. And even though I've tried not to think about iRacing that much, I feel like it's good to have goals to keep myself motivated. But as for this race, you might have noticed that there wasn't that much going on. P1 went his merry way from the start, and when I finally got to my pace, I started losing P3. Finished P2 though, with only one incident point, so I'd say that's not half bad. I don't know how much that T1 massacre helped, but from all the way up from P2, I don't really care. I haven't had that much time to race this week, but I wanted to upload one so I could chat about this stuff and how I feel racing has felt a bit different after coming back. Like I'm more willing to improve myself. In Formula my iRating is a bit over 1700, and after this race my sports car iRating is over 1600. And like I said, with my pace, if I'll be able to race clean, 2K should be pretty attainable. But anyway, this was a short one, but that was pretty much what I had to say. We'll see what happens next time, but that's it for now. Thanks for watching, happy spring equinox or Easter, and bye.
Podium finish, that'll do, nice one.